Let's start off by talking about layers. When you're creating a computer graphic and you're putting text and shapes and pictures down, they are going to be layered on top of each other. The blue is the first thing that I put down, so it's going to be in the back. Then the yellow, you see it's on top of the blue. Then I put the red, and it's on top of the yellow and the blue. The last thing I added to the graphic was the text, and it's on top of everything. So let's say I want to move the yellow circle to the very back. What I want to do is highlight the circle or click on it. I come up to the tab that says Shape Format. Then over here, you'll find Arrange. Then I want to send it to the back. So under the tab that says Send Backwards, I'm going to hit Send to the Back. Now it's behind everything. Now let's say I want to pull the yellow in front of everything else. So again, I click on the shape. I come up to the tab that says Shape Format. Over here I find Arrange, and I want to click Bring Forward or Bring to the Front. Now it's in front of everything. Now you know everything you need to know about layers. Here is the graphic that I'm going to walk you through to create in PowerPoint. Let's start off by opening up a new document. You'll go to File, New, Blank Presentation. Let's close down any unnecessary windows. Now you'll always have these text boxes here available at the beginning, but you can see they don't show up on the finished product. Let's start off by putting down our background color. Now you can go under your Insert to get your shapes, or your other option is right over here in PowerPoint. They give you this menu with your shapes already on your tab bar. Click on the shape you want and click and drag until you get it the size you want. Now I want this box to be a different color, so I'm going to go under Shape Format, Shape Fill, and I'm going to go a deep blue. Now these boxes always have an outline, so let's go to Shape Format, Shape Outline, and let's get rid of that by clicking on No Outline. Next I want to put my headline on my graphic. Again, I can use the Insert tab or again, these Shapes menu right here. Here is my text box. I'll click on that, click and drag to draw my text box, and these come in with no background color, which is really helpful when you're creating graphics. Now I'm going to type my headline, and it is in a font that I want to change. So I'm going to click and drag to highlight my font. And right here under my Home tab is where I select my font. This font, and I also want it bigger. So right here, I'm going to type in this box my size and hit Enter to get my type bigger. Next, I want to change the color of my type. So again, I'm going to highlight all of it, and I'm going to go right here for the color of my font. Click on the pull down menu, and there's your color. Next, I want to put on my title for this graphic. This time I'm going to use my Insert tab. I click on that, and here is where you find your shapes. Click on this for the pull down menu and find the shape that you want. Click and drag to draw your shape. Now I want to change the color of this box. I'm going to go Shape Format, Shape Fill, and I'm going to pick a bright blue. I want to get rid of the outline, so I go Shape Outline, No Outline. Now I want to add the font on top of this bar. So I'm going to use my Insert tab again, going to go to Shapes, and here is that text box right here. Click Text Box, then click and drag to draw your text box shape, and now we're going to type the title into the box. I want this font to be in the center of this box, so I need to highlight my font, and then right up here under the Home tab, right there, you'll click this, and then your font will be moved to the center. Now I want to change my font style. So under the Home tab, right here, I'm going to select my font. And right here, I'm going to type in my size and hit Enter. Last but not least, I want to change the color of the font, and it's right here. Click Pull Down Menu and choose your color. Now I want to add my globe picture that will go right over here. So this time I'm going to pick a shape from right here. I'll pick a rectangle, click and drag to draw it. Now you can see this shape has a color, but I want a picture in there. To do that, I come up to Shape Format, Shape Fill, and right here you have the option to add a picture. Click on that, and it will take you to this menu where you will go and find a file on your computer for your picture. Click on that, and it will take you to your file that you want to add. I want to use this globe and hit Insert. Now this box again has an outline. Let's get rid of that. Shape Format, Shape Outline, No Outline. Lastly, I'm going to click and drag on this until I get it positioned right where I want it to go. And last but not least, you can resize your picture by clicking on an anchor point. Here's an anchor point here. Click and drag, and it changes the size and shape of your picture. Next, we're going to add our other picture of the waves. So again, I'm going to pick a rectangle shape. I'm going to click and draw, and I'm going to add my picture to this box. Shape Format, Shape Fill, Picture. Choose from a file, and I'm going to choose Wave. Hit Insert. Now I want this placed right here at the edge. But you can see that this is going over this other graphic. I want the bar with the title on it on top of the wave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the font, and I'm going to hold my Shift key to click on the bar. Now both pieces are selected at the same time. I want to pull them to the front. So under Shape Format, right over here it says Arrange. So I want this in the front. Up here it says Bring Forward. Click on that, or you can also go Bring to the front. And now it's in front of my wave. Next, I want to add my caption for this graphic. So I'm going to come up here and select a circle. Click and drag to draw. Now, if you want a circle or a shape to be in proportion, just hold your Shift key while you click and drag, and it will stay in proportion. Now I'm going to place my circle right where I want it, and I'm going to change the color. Shape Format, Shape Fill, and pick a color. And let's get rid of that pesky outline. Shape Format, Shape Outline, No Outline. Now to add my caption, I'm going to put a text box on top of that. So I click on Text Box, click and drag, and now I'm ready to type my caption. Now my caption is ready to be formatted. So I'm going to highlight the words, and I can use this here to make changes, or again, go under my home button. So click and highlight to get this box. I'm going to change the font. I'm going to change the size, type it in, hit Enter, and I'm also going to change the color. Now, this is not fitting the way I want, so I want to click and drag this anchor point so that I can change the way that the caption is formatted. Now, I also need to move it a little bit, so I'm going to click on this outer box to move it. Now my graphic is complete. Now there are two ways to save this graphic. First way is to go under File, hit Save As, pick your PC, and what file you want it to go into. Give it a name, and you're going to save it as a PowerPoint presentation. Hit Save. Now you can go back to this and edit it or change it or do anything you like to it. The second way to save it is so that others can see your graphic. So you want to go under File, Save As, This PC. In your file that you want to save it to, give it a name. And this time we're going to name it with the title PDF. And we're also going to change our type. So here, if you'll click on PowerPoint Presentation, it will give you a pull-down menu. Here is your file type, PDF. Click on that, and then hit Save. If you'll give it just a moment, the computer will open your PDF for you. And now you can email this PDF file to anyone, and they can see your graphic just the way you created it. I hope that you found this video to be helpful. Check out these other videos I have available on my YouTube channel at Teacher Wallace.